show. This is Radio Free Cybertron episode 377, recorded on August 6th, 2014. Time keeps marching on. And I am your host, Brian Kilby. With me this week, we have Diecast, Melvar, Don, XV, John DeLuna, and the new guy. We actually had a drawing to see who could be on Radio Free Cybertron because we were looking for another person, and this gentleman here, he drew the lucky number, and Rob Springer is a newcomer to Radio Free Cybertron. Rob Springer, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, Radio Free Cybertron?
Yes.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So how are you doing?
I'm good. I see my fan art on DeviantArt.
Probably old enough.
So is that the slash fiction? You're the slash fiction Rob Springer. That explains things.
I draw them with macaroni and the...
Hey, Rob. So it was actually Kim's idea to say that you were new. I thought it was funny. So
it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Like, Rob's new.
So say, Rob, you have so you're not pre-recorded this week.
Thanks for a change.
Or is he?
I am that good. I'm really at work right now, cursing like, oh god. I'm so tired.
That's his holographic avatar.
Thanks, Rob.
Poor Brian got really good at video editing.
The things you can do with Windows Phone.
Rob recorded the whole segment in advance, and we all watched it ahead of time and planned out our timing and dialogue to match up with what Rob recorded. Rob actually set the pace for the entire episode this week. It's amazing.
That sounds like how I would have done something 15 years ago.
Yes, you would have.
Yeah.
Well, you would have tried to. It would have failed.
It would have failed miserably.
The thing is, we'd all be listening like, why is it a second delayed? I don't know. Back order?
I don't know. Hey, so Rob, you have a new schedule now, so you can be on every week.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So the daylight didn't, make you burn in.
It scared the crap out of me.
A giant orb in the sky. What could it mean?
Okay, true story. Come springtime, when I'd be driving home and daylight savings time would change, I'd be once a year. The hell is that? Like once a year. Oh yeah. And then like my first day, like after I had a couple of transitional days, so I could ease into working in the day, like kind of half at day, half night. First day, like walking in, so blue and orange. Everything's bright. Oh, I need a sweet.
So how long has it been since you've been on regularly? Like 2 years? 3?
2011, right?
Yeah, 3 years. That's how long I've been with the company.
I want to know. Basically, right now we have the original Radio Free Cybertron crew on, minus JD. So it was John, Rob, XV, and me. The original crew.
Oh, JD's here in spirit. He's just...
Of course.
This Skype's just not working for him again.
Of course.
There's a thunderstorm in Oklahoma City, and he can't be
Microsoft can't get our Skype to work, so let alone get Skype, other places to work.
Yeah.
Rob delivered the spirit of JD by forcing Kilby to edit when he finishes recording this. So
That's true. So are we gonna have that Don off tonight?
Ooh,
well, it's actually been since Charticon since I did that. So let's see.
Hi,
Don. Oh, I got it.
Massive!
Damn it!
Well, there's our halftime show.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So on the show this week, we're going to have news this week in history, and we're going to have a special after the break, live Q&A with Rob Springer. So that's going to be fun.
Right on.
I guess actually with since it's live, it'll be Q&A.
Well, play it up the first time. We'll do it like TNA. It's like it's live. It's live.
It's
yeah.
live.
Raw is now live, not taped a month in advance. Why does Macho Man seem so mad? This week Vince seems mad. Oh, he quit in the meantime.
I get that. I'm sure John does.
Well, you remember that episode where Macho Man's like, the whole episode, and like the next day he's on WCW, and no one really understood like what. How is he at two places at once?
Well, so actually, you remember the episode. God, this isn't a wrestling podcast.
It is now.
It is now.
But where Rick Rude was on literally the same segment for both shows.
Yes, simultaneously.
God, and they couldn't really do anything on Raw, so I think Jerry Lawler made the joke. This guy really gets around.
Well, the funniest was when Mike Awesome when they did the whole invasion angle with WCW, Mike Awesome just randomly appears at Raw like we don't know he's a WWF employee by now. And like Paul Heyman, the former owner of ECW, is the announcer. And everyone remember Mike Awesome literally left that day at ECW to appear on WCW while still under contract and their world champion. And he's like, well, Mike Awesome's known for like he's so pissed off at him still. Like,
yeah, he's awesome.
And then he died.
Yeah, poor Mike Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and do the show. So on the site this week, I do want to mention, it's not posted if you're watching live, but by the time the show posts,
good job, Kilby.
We'll have up reviews of Skybite and Roadbuster. That diecast recorded last night. So spoilers, Roadbuster good, Skybite not so much. We'd actually talked about that last week. I was mostly looking forward to Skybite, so I am greatly
very disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you got yours, right?
Yeah, I got it Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Is it just like horrible suck or just you wanted to be much
okay,
better?
so
Mediocre.
basically the Cliff Notes version is Skybite is over-engineered.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, because, the original Skybite was kind of just an average toy, So it's
right?
like,
Isn't that good?
Skybite, awesome, God damn it.
Please.
Yeah.
Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Shut
the front door.
There you go.
I kept thinking the whole time I was doing the review, like, there's got to be something I'm doing wrong. This can't be that bad.
What you did wrong apparently was buying Skybite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being that I usually buy my toys at retail because I really just like walking into a store and buying them, I tend to take a little longer to open up a toy, so I get to hear about how horrible it is, and then a month later, oh yeah, I should open that, So I opened up Slash the other night that I've been sitting on since he showed up, and I've been hearing about how horrible it is. It's like, well, he's not good. But
I don't have Slash.
He's not good, but he's not horrible.
I've handled a Slash. It removed any interest I had left in owning one.
I've been looking.
Speaking of my deviant art stuff,
I've been looking pretty frantically for Lockdown. No such luck.
I haven't found any of those. I haven't found Slash, Lockdown.
You're not going to find Lockdown.
Distribution's been pretty good for that stuff.
Actually,
so.
well, if anyone needs a Slash, my Toys R Us has a Slash, but my Targets are resetting, so I'm hoping maybe,
I prefer to call it friend fiction.
So, okay, let's go ahead and jump to This Week in History. So, This Week in History, guess what? So, in 1954, John Moschitta, voice of Blur, was born. So, guys who've been around for a while, do you remember when, I think it was Alt Toys Transformers or wherever, he called out some dude for claiming to being the world's fastest talker instead of him? You remember those days when random crap like that could happen?
Not it, by the way. Oh.
I don't remember the details around it, but some dude was going around saying that he was the world's fastest. That he, the person making the claim, was the world's fastest.
Right.
Actually,
What about me? What about me?
Actually,
go ahead, Don.
Oh, I was going to say, 'cause he told this story at BotCon.
Mhm.
And
Why did he tell the story at BotCon?
because
So it's one thing he's had to talk about in 10 years.
because someone asked him about that very same thing, and basically the other person's claim is not valid because with John, every word is said pronounced correctly and fully without blending into the next word.
Yeah.
The other person was blending words together, and
I do want to say this. Nobody says anything without blending into the next word. That's how speech works. Okay, so
Well, unless you're very unnaturally stilted in your speech.
XP
Yes.
sounds like he normally does.
that
Thank you.
is
Thing
correct.
is, if you talk as fast as
And
John
everybody sounds like
Moschitta,
Shatner now.
Yeah, that is correct.
welcome to the Shatner Power.
John DeLuna.
We're all
The Shatner
We're all
Power.
performing in the Shatner method.
But
welcome
yes.
to our new podcast, World of Shat.
Did John Moschitta die, or is he still
And
He's
alive?
free kicking.
Oh no, yeah, he's he did a commercial recently for some.
Yeah.
Micro Machine's back.
Remember when he
No,
was, remember
I think
when
it
he
was
was
just like-
also for FedEx?
yeah,
FedEx, he was all over the map for a while.
He
there,
used to
wasn't
do
he?
a lot of stuff. That's why I
Uh-huh.
thought he died.
And then after a while, people were like, God, I'm getting epilepsy here.
audio epilepsy is a horrible thing.
I don't know if that's
Well,
possible.
if you could watch some of those later performances of his, I swear he just went blah 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 a few times, like no one's listening.
So, also, 10 years ago this week, Micromasters #2 is released in the U.S. by Dreamwave. Does that make that the second worst comic of all time?
Was it really a comic or just
behind Micromasters #1?
Yes, exactly. That's what I
was
mean.
was that a comic or a window into Dead Space that I bought? Because I still, I opened it up, a few minutes went by, and I closed it, and I've got that condition where I can remember almost anything trivial. Like I have memories of sitting in diapers. Probably why I remember this crap so well. So I'm like, why do I not remember what just happened? Do it again.
I remember getting the series, and I remember enjoying it up to the last issue, and the last issue just falling apart, and the whole story was worthless.
I remember the first panel falling apart.
Yeah. Wasn't that the one where it was the big shot and there was the blob up in the corner everybody was trying to say was Quintessa, but was actually Astro Train flying away?
It was just it was a mishandled comic from every aspect.
Every angle, yes.
And the thing is, it looked like it was going, oh, this is going to be a great idea. Finally, the Micromasters get to be something other than those little guys. Oh, look, they're doing them like they're the punk rockers, the Transformers.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I think third issue gave me a migraine.
Just
trying to keep up with the text because it was everywhere.
I stopped after the first.
Like, who edited that thing? Triptychon X?
Ha! Something most people will not get. Hey, jumping into the news. So the designer of Masterpiece, Star Saber, posted an image today, or posted an image at some point.
Sometime in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, basically showing Masterpiece Star Saber standing behind of his G1 Star Saber. So he is actually larger, which is great, since Star Saber's a pretty good-sized toy.
Very, very minor amount larger, I would say.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a large toy.
It's a little bit bigger, but I mean it's proportionate in all directions. It's a more massive toy than the original.
Now, how big is Star Saber, the original toy? Can you compare that to something Power
Master Prime?
Power Master Prime? Okay, that's decent
a pretty
size.
That's a pretty close
for the time. Yeah, large.
And
that's actually a little bit bigger than my Masterpiece Soundwave.
Yeah, he's going to be bigger than Soundwave.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a little larger. I'm thinking Power Master Prime, but when he's when you combine them and he is Victory Saber, he's pretty massive at that point. But yeah, so Star Saber though is pretty huge.
Pretty much puts on platform heels at that point.
Yeah, platform heels in the backpack. But it's a nice looking toy.
It's a gorgeous toy. It's like shame about what you expected, but.
Exactly, but if you start watching Victory, and Victory Lio starts combining, beware the stock footage. Beware the stock footage.
Stock footage is such a common thing, and it's almost like why should I be not expecting? When I don't get it, I'm like they didn't do the show right at all.
Look at Voltron. Voltron's stock footage for that transformation was awesome.
Yeah, but
you could play that every episode. We didn't care. It was great.
Pretty much any older anime is pure stock. It's like,
but literally when you can see time pass and Victory Lio is still forming the feet and backpack, and you can see the hands of your watch moving, and a full minute goes by and it's not over with.
Don, this is what we call filler time.
Yeah.
Like, how much plot do we write? 1 minute. You've watched Dragon Ball, right?
Don, did you watch Cybertron?
Yeah.
Do you remember in like the second half of the series they started actually adding in dialogue over the stock footage?
Like I'm going to transform into a robot now.
They were starting to take advantage of that lost time just to add in more dialogue space that they didn't have to like lip flap match.
I remember a lot more coming in during the transformation scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody jog my memory. Did anyone ever, like, during these long, drawn-out transformation scenes, the other guy just go, I'm just going to shoot him now? I vaguely remember.
They're transforming!
Well, I mean, there was that one time in Beast Wars when Rat Trap shot Tarantulas while he was in the middle of transforming.
But that's
You're
kind of,
right,
that happened
right.
once.
but that's
I
kind of breaks
vaguely
the Union
remember.
rule, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, the transformations in like anime is not it's not supposed to be real time.
I just
No, it's more
Bullet
figurative.
time. Yeah.
Well, you put a little logic to this series, and it just falls apart like at any other moment. But you're like, we've really got to stop him, no matter what the cost. He's taking a second to not do anything. Let's shoot him now.
Yeah, shoot him now. Hey, actually, that reminds me. So, no matter the cost, of course, was from Transformers the movie, and
$5? Never mind.
Yeah. So in Japan, of course, there wasn't. Transformers the movie came later, but we did have 2010 and Scramble City to explain the difference. But to coincide around the same time, we had Mystery of Convoy, which was the NES game, or pardon me, the Famicom game. And I this makes me sad. Q Transformers, which is Q Transformers a sub brand, or is that like a licensed deal in Japan? What is that exactly? I don't know.
There's not enough information. No.
But they're doing a mobile version of Mystery of Convoy using the Q Transformers figures.
Awesome.
It looks like it fixes some of the crap in Mystery of Convoy,
Being good.
Like you can actually make out like projectiles now, and they're not one pixel.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's
they've changed the game style too. It's one of those endless runners they call it, where the characters are always moving on their own, and your control is over whether they jump or attack at any given moment.
I mean, it looks like it's more playable in that respect.
It probably is, even though I hate that kind of game, but it has to be more playable than the original.
It's such a terrible game.
One of those they made for Age of Extinction is surprisingly playable. Like, I don't like those games, and it has nothing to do with the robots. I'm like, this one's actually done pretty well, so it could be good. Could. Don't hold me to that.
Could, likely won't.
It's gonna be awesome.
But it's going to be better than the Famicom game.
It has to be.
Yeah,
I think there's laws
what does
in
that
place
even
against programming games like that anymore.
I think that game's against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
It's I mean, again,
Let's see. So moving ahead to other news. So the Collectors Club, the 2015 free membership figure, is a Lio Convoy.
It sure
Hey,
is.
Yay.
I'm gonna write about that next.
That's
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know what to say on this. This is just.
Hey, you know what the best deluxe size Lio Convoy is? If I can stop everything else from falling
It'll
behind
be
it.
This is better than the Robot Masters version.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Yeah, it will be.
No.
I mean, it's a
What a fight.
The thing is,
This actually makes this by default the best Lio Convoy figure.
How do you even
What?
figure that?
Well, I mean the original kind of sucks, and the
Yeah.
Robot Masters figure kind of sucks. So
No, the Robot Masters figure is great.
my soft vinyl's pretty good.
should
Oh,
he
I-
really be
I-
a car?
I wasn't thinking about that. The vinyl figure. Is
I
there
got
an
the
egg figure?
BBC.
Is that the egg figure?
No, the one I
That's
got is
probably
like an honest to god soft vinyl.
The
figure.
egg figure is probably the best Lio Convoy then.
I got those Kabaya model kits. Those are much more. It's much more serviceable. Of a
I didn't know they did a Kabaya Lio Convoy.
Yeah, it's
They
purple
do
and
Kabaya
gold.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't done Kabaya everything.
In all honesty, the 18-year-old college kid's like, yeah, still inside of me over the fact I'm getting another Lio Convoy, even though, just like when you've watched Victory, finally you're like, oh,
Yeah, that.
yeah, I still got that fan enjoyment that's overriding my comments. And it's like, it's just a white Optimus Prime.
When I got my original Lio Convoy, I was so excited. Of course, it was
Man.
like 1999. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. Open it up. Oh,
I did it twice because
It's Skybite.
I got him on eBay for like relatively dirt cheap because the guy mislabeled them. And let's face it, it was pre-movie. People generally were not too caring about Transformers. So I got him cheap and I was all excited. And I was like, well, it looks cool. And then like a year later, I got Flash Lio Convoy. And I was so excited. Like, yeah, Flash Lio Convoy. I can't open up. God, it's the same toy.
yeah. I mean, I totally, I get that. That's happened to me. I got mine from the Hasbro Collector, which was the old pre-Hasbro Toy Shop. So
Yeah, the good one.
I got that and Galvatron. Galvatron was a revelation when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
It's been long surpassed, but it's still not a bad figure.
Now it's a completely decent average toy.
Back
Back then it was the stuff.
Yeah, it was great back then. It may not even be average now, but I liked it.
It's good. It's
fair enough.
It's better than good.
It's better than bad. It's good.
It's a good solid figure even now.
Yeah. Well, thing is, it came out in a time prior to when we were still not used to realistic vehicles, and now we've had a decade of semi-realistic vehicles. It's like, what's that third mode?
Yeah, that's like
it's a thing.
It's a drill thing.
It's a dragon's butt with something coming out of it.
Oh boy.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
So Rob,
No,
keep moving.
I think the best part with the Club Lio Convoy is that they made the truck mode to look like a lion's head.
It's
Yeah.
really well done.
Yes.
Yeah, that's funny.
I
Now-
like it. This is the kind of stuff we would have
do what
gotten
now?
15. This is the kind of stuff we would have gotten 15 years ago during the 3H era.
Yeah.
Don, look at the truck mode.
Yeah, I am.
The panels on the back are the main.
Yeah.
There's an obvious nose painted on the front.
Yeah.
Yes, if you have to look at it from the front, Don.
Okay, if I look this way, I
If I
see it
squint
now.
and do this.
Yeah, if I
Magic
see it.
Maximum
Well,
Overdrive.
see,
Oh.
I call it the gold mane, but I wasn't getting anything else of a cat vibe off of it. But then when you look at it,
Yeah, the nose is right there.
Actually, I want to mention something because I completely forgot about this. Before we move to the next news item, I did get a message saying that the next subscription service figure would be shipped soon. That means John should have his this week.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'll get mine Monday.
I'll be tweeting on Saturday.
I still haven't gotten my B-Mog stuff.
I still haven't
Really?
put mine together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got mine like a week ago.
I got mine last week finally.
I got mine like right off the bat, to much everyone else's envy. Apparently, I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
"It's got theirs."
I was like, I know it's as a backer, you're not guaranteed anything up front, and Trent's got to make some money on this. But I'm like, these people have gotten these review copies twice. We've had this.
It's like,
convention
well, you kind of
exclusive.
backed it, so you did pay for it.
Yeah, but there's no guarantees.
I mean, you get the stuff. It just takes a while to get everything out.
Yeah, so I just really want them. So I've lost my patience.
I really wanted them, and then they showed up. I was like, "Well, I got them."
Well, they tweeted that another 50 units were shipped out this week.
Yeah.
So
Rob,
maybe.
Rob,
That's not many.
Yeah, well,
For how many
well,
backers they have?
Diecast. It's a one-man operation
one-man
right now.
operation right now.
Yeah.
Black.
So, Rob, like your whole reaction to like getting it, it's kind of like my reaction to getting the G.I. Joe 50th stuff. I'm like, okay.
Well, now that's over. It's like build up to what do I do now?
Yep. So yeah, Triplet was like really jealous that I got mine before he did, and but yeah. Hey, actually, also again before I move to the next item, speaking of Triplet, this past week, Nicole Hale, Triplet, and Chris McFeely and I sat down and recorded a review of Guardians of the Galaxy. You can also find that at tfradio.net, plus our catch-up reviews of Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Days of Futures Past. So if you haven't seen, if you're in the U.S., and you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet, skip the Expendables 3 or Ninja Turtles and just go see that. And if you have seen it, just go watch it again.
God, that was a great movie.
Wasn't it?
Man!
Yeah, I loved it.
I watched it Friday, and then I watched it again Saturday.
I watched it Thursday and again Friday.
It's one of those, like you watch a good movie and you're excited, you had a good time, but then you watch one that you really like and you're like talking to people like you just got converted to something new.
Yeah, it's like a cult.
Like, let me, like, I remember Pacific Rim. I was like walking around work. Guys, let me tell you about this movie I saw, okay? And the thing is, they're like, shut up.
Let me tell you about my close personal friend and savior, Gypsy Danger.
The name of my car. Like, this is the best movie ever.
It's,
and then you're like, watch it later. Fast forward past the human parts.
I can't. I've watched it once. I'll never watch it again. I had the perfect viewing experience at IMAX with Pacific Rim. I'll never watch it again. But I did buy it on DVD, on Blu-ray.
Oh, it is. And I'm like, part of me is like, okay, time is moving fast enough. Please, I can wait for a few years to come. And then a part of me is like, but in a few years to get part 2.
Yeah.
But then
an animated series.
I think I'm more excited about the animated series, to be honest with you, because it's not going to be. It's the same budget, whether it's a lot of robot fights or none. You know, so it's gonna be like, what's Gypsy Danger doing today? Blowing up stuff with his fist.
I'm hoping. I would love to see a crossover with Pacific Rim.
No,
everyone
Don.
said
No,
this.
Don.
No. I'm gonna say it, but it's not who you think. I want to see them crossover with my
It's
70s,
Mako.
my 70s Hanna-Barbera Godzilla.
Okay, we're on
That
the
would
same
be great.
page now.
Yeah,
That
that would be great.
I was about like, but can't possible. Ron Stoppable could drive Eureka Savage.
I thought he was going. I thought he was going for Big Guy and Rusty.
I missed that one.
That would be cool.
Don does have a beautiful big guy on his shelf.
I don't think I ever watched that.
Sorry, didn't think about that. So Rob, on Facebook, you've been posting like numerous pictures of your new little Genesis thing.
Yes. I got the. What happened?
Don walked away.
Everyone hide.
Yeah, he's getting rusty.
No.
He's getting big guy off the shelf.
Guys,
Now
move
I know
and change seats while he's gone.
Now I know the layout of his house, so I know exactly where he is and what he's getting. That's the shelf with big guy. But I had that same Genesis, and it was given to me. Then I gave it to another friend. But it's nice.
Yeah, it's like I have a couple other Genesis, but this one was really.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's small. You know, I don't know what it is, but I was just really excited to play with it. And the funny thing is, it was bought for me a couple of years ago, and
You
probably
didn't know
forgot
about it.
Yeah, I was like.
So the thing is, it's tiny, and really, it's a system on a chip. You can fit this thing in the frickin' Mega Drive Megatron. It's got a cartridge. It's got a cartridge slot. They've put video games into Transformers Web Diver before, so I want this frickin' thing to be playable.
Well,
you ain't gonna get that.
Well,
I'm
I'll
not gonna
homebrew
do
it.
it.
That At Games company has put out a ton of Sega Genesis and Master Systems on various things, so they might have it in a legal.
I could put a Raspberry Pi in it, I guess.
And then I
It's
can
like-
play anything.
Yeah. God, I think I'm going to get one of the. I think I'm going to put a Raspberry Pi in one of these. God,
I think I'm going to put a Raspberry Pi in my mouth. It'll be good.
But it looks nice. He comes with a Sonic cartridge that I don't think does anything. But it's a Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge. Go ahead.
I think it looks
I'm
like
sorry.
such a bad toy.
Wouldn't it be cool if the Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge secretly turned into his mace?
Yeah, I
Look
don't
up
think
spiky
so.
hair.
I don't think so.
Last week we saw the photos of PlayStation Convoy, or Optimus Prime, or whatever they're calling him, and it looks okay. I'm again saddened it's not Super
Famicom Convoy. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the name just
It's
writes
perfect.
itself.
Yeah, but if you
But they want to be Optimus
really,
Prime.
if you really want to maybe squint your eyes and justify it, the PlayStation was first developed to be a CD-ROM add-on for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then that deal fell through, so you can be like, it is a Super Nintendo. It's just not made by Nintendo.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, squint, like, War for Cybertron matches with Prime.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of logic, but, you know, it works if you want to tell yourself one.
Sure it does.
Uh-huh.
So, this news is all over the place, but I don't think we have any firm details. Hasbro is going to reissue MP10 for Asian markets with a special premium. I don't know what that is.
Nobody
no one knows
yet.
what the special premium is.
It's probably going to be like a keychain.
A coin.
Yeah.
A swift kick in the throat.
Some more gold chrome.
Get in line, kids. Yours is next.
It's gonna be the leftover MechTech weapons from the last Optimus Prime that came with the trailer.
We just vomited in a box this time. Here you guys
At
go.
least it's not the bathing ape figure, though.
Maybe they're gonna give away an Age of Extinction figure with it. Like here,
The bathing ape figure? Maybe not.
You know, the bathing ape Optimus is, God, that's a weird, awkward thing to say.
The bait figure.
Those Bape figures, yeah. Stop it, Tumblr. I said Bape. The ones that were using the G1 Prime were novel enough, but then you see Masterpiece, you're like, see, it was novel before. Not novel. It was niche. It was kitschy. Isn't it like a clothing store?
But I mean,
Yeah.
do these
Or a
things
clothing line, something like
Yeah.
that.
do these things ever sell though? I mean,
Apparently.
at these prices.
Yes, the 15 of them they make sell. So then they make 15 more when the next toy comes
That's
out.
probably
Okay.
true.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I want them to see this.
Small
Do
runs.
this I want them to see this. Do this in America. for Abercrombie being Finch,
Nope,
and we
no,
get
no.
Prime in a plaid color scheme.
No,
then
let's
I'll
be
buy it.
let's
That
be
would be better than
realistic.
this.
Let's be realistic, Don. Big and tall men's warehouse.
Optimus Prime with a suit that sort of fits, but not quite.
It's like,
That's
God, I
it's-
bought 3 extra large and it just barely covers
He
my
like
belly.
it's like too tight at the shoulders and like too loose at the waist.
It's like I'm wearing a child's dress. It's just
Yeah.
like bells out here. It's really tight here.
What do you mean you don't have a 56 extra short?
I want to kill myself so much with this polo shirt right now.
Let's see here. What else do we know?
But guys, it's plaid.
It's plaid.
It looks great.
So we have some new details on MP. God, what is he? MP
22.
Ultra Magnus. He is going to have the alternate head, which is going to be basically the head from the cab mode, which
But
kinda
with
looks,
no face plate, I guess.
It looks weird.
It
Yeah,
does.
very
It
much
does.
so.
It looks kind of insectish, kind of.
I
Well,
think that's partly a problem of the bottom parts not painted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, I don't think I've seen this before. Have we seen the figure with the top of the cab opened up like that?
No, this is the
No.
first time we've seen that there's a compartment inside you can put the figures
So
into.
if anyone
like-
thought that this was based on MP10,
Oh, I think that's been long since this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
we've
originally
known
we
that's out
thought-
for a while.
No, originally, but I mean they
Well,
released stuff not too long after that speculation started that proved that
oh yeah,
it could possibly be.
this is the final nail in the coffin because there are
I-
people who still believe that.
I honestly just kind of glanced past this news when it came out and didn't pay much attention, so I'm just not really looking at it. And it's, you know, you guys are saying Ultra Magnus's face looks buggish. I'm like, holy crap! There's like a skull inside of his face.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
I'm Ultra Metal.
Ultra Metal.
Although I will say, I do kind of like the Spike and Daniel figures that come with it.
They're not bad.
With their horrifying non-faces.
They kind of look like mask figures.
So,
Yeah.
one last official news item I want to jump to. So remember last week when we were waiting for the Hasbro Hasbro Toy Shop to post the SDCC figures? They finally did.
And
Yeah,
then
while
I
I'm at work.
I don't want to talk
Okay.
about it.
when I said it would be on the following Monday morning,
You're right.
and
It was the following
Yeah.
Monday, and everything sold out except for the Knights of Unicron set. You can still
Yeah,
get
what
that.
the heck?
Oh man,
yeah, well,
they're all mine.
that was the most expensive one, so of course it didn't sell out. It's the most expensive and it's the most niche.
And you know what? You know who was hitting refresh forever on his phone at work and missed the first item that sold out, the Creo set?
That guy.
Yeah,
Me.
That's what I wanted.
literally-
That's the one I wanted. And
I literally was just like,
because it sold out, I was like, well, I saved $60. I'll just buy the Dinobot set.
I literally.
did you get it?
Yeah, I got the Dinobot set. I got the Magic the Gathering set, and I got the Jabba the Hutt Black Series.
So they still have the Knights of Unicron set. I don't know if you know that they still have
Well,
it. They still have it. If you
I
want it, you
know.
can get it.
I didn't want to buy it because
It's right
I know
there.
you want to buy it, and I don't want to take. What if I get the last one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the game everybody's playing right now. There's just this
kinda
one
want
sitting
it,
there,
but I
and
kinda
nobody wants to be the
don't
one to take
want
it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all incredibly selfless like
yeah, we're
that.
selfless and we have good manners. Yeah.
They're
So
all mine.
if this were $75, I would wait for 50. But if this were $50, I would buy it.
So,
I don't hate it. I just hate it for the price.
I
Yeah.
think at some general toy show, there's gonna be a dealer with like 5 of them and a very pissed off look on his face when people walk by, like, "You know what these things cost me? Buy them.
Yeah.
This is the best thing ever. Okay, they're totally limited edition. They're made in Japan. They form into like a Zord.
Again, I don't hate it. I just
Hate the price.
Hate it for the price.
I'm not interested in it.
I would buy it. I would,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
totally get it, just not at this price.
I would be
Yeah.
glad to walk into Target and be like, "Yeah, that's coming home with me."
Yeah. Me
And some goldfish. But
Actually,
yeah,
speaking
no.
of fish, I bought a robotic fish at Target this weekend.
Those
I thought-
hex bug ones.
The hex bug, yeah.
I thought
Oh,
you
I've
said
seen
you-
those.
I thought you were going to say you bought a robotic set. I thought you got some robot.
No, so it's weird. So it's like I live in the future. So we have these people who now vape whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Smoke electronic cigarettes.
Everywhere.
Oh,
And
vapor.
there's this really weird music on the radio, and I have a robotic pet fish. It's like it's some sort of William Gibson novel.
Okay. The e-cigarette thing, it's spread into the blue-collar world, so you know it's hitting saturation.
I've never seen that at the office.
Man. Well, you got to remember, my workplace people, when break time, they just light up, right? Because it's a blue-collar job. The doors are open, you're doing stuff. Except for the people in the office, they have to walk outside. So you'll just see, like, about half the crew will just walk by occasionally, pull a sonic screwdriver out of their pocket, puff on it, put it right back.
It's weird. It's like being in the mall and seeing someone do it. It's off-putting, but
It's so non-threatening, though. You're like, you don't
just,
smell bad.
It's just weird.
Keep
I have
this
a guy
up.
that sits at my desk and he's smoking.
Have you heard the
one of those all
commercials
day.
for the stores?
Wow, they allow that?
Yeah, believe it or not, I
harmless,
was
yeah.
shocked.
Well, it's not necessarily harmless. Apparently.
Well, I mean, it's
Theoretically.
the second hand is more harmless than actual cigarette smoke.
and it doesn't
but-
stink is the thing.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, it's not offensive, so ergo people just don't care.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, when I say it's off-putting, I mean I'm not like offended. It's just, it just strikes me as odd that someone's doing it inside, and it's okay. But I would rather someone do that than actually smoke, or do like smokeless tobacco, because that's
Right.
bad.
It's gross.
It's gross.
Let me shove this dirt in my mouth and spit. Mm.
Oh, my dad was he was a huge tobacco chewer back in the day. It's disgusting.
Yeah, well, it's always the lump in them where they put it in their mouth.
Yeah.
And it's like, man.
And that's why I mean, sort of bring it back to Transformers. That's why I always don't like the whole cup thing where he's like he has that thing, or where Brawn is where Hound is like smoking the shell. It's just an odd thing to see.
It's
in 2014. It's an odd thing to see.
Well, you get the visage, but at the same time, you're like, guys, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Brian, you need to play us out of this segment with Gary's Transformers better than crack.
There it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to third-party news. And one item, because I'm trying to limit the amount of third-party news, because I don't care. TFC Toy Star Rescue Team Dinosaur Combiner Age of Extinction Edition. It sure is.
Yeah. It's
There is nothing about this set that looks appealing to me.
This makes me
In
angry.
any color.
I'm so angry. Why would you try and do Transformers like they try and make it look like official packaging for a Transformer that is not related to anything Transformers?
Is it going
Like
to sell
this
at
is
Big Lots?
this is
Did you
worse
see-
than third party.
Did you see Fans Project's Glacial Lords? Did you
Yeah.
pay any attention
Yes.
to that? Same concept.
But that was a retro thing. They were trying
This
to
is a
make it
retro
like
thing.
old toys.
And I'm
No,
fine
this
with-
is trying to be a new toy that's crap.
The designs are retro-ish. But
Yeah, it's a retro design is the
and
point.
I'm fine with that. It's
Well,
just
and
weird
plus
looking.
they're doing like original design work too, which should always be applauded.
It's original design work, but they're ripping off Transformers packaging.
So,
I don't know. It's just something doesn't sit right about this set to
So,
me.
Diecast, you were on the show back when I got this antenna from China. It was this USB Wi-Fi extended antenna.
Yes.
It had a picture of Optimus Prime on it, and like the Transformers logo. It had nothing to do with Transformers, but everything was to look like a Transformer because they're cool. But hey, they must have figured out what the font was, because this actually looks pretty good.
It's got movie Grimlock on the front of it. It makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, it's
it
like
really
knockoff
does.
packaging, which is on a different level, I guess. It's a new level of cheating, I guess. I don't know.
It's weird, and I would never buy it, but I appreciate it.
I don't appreciate it.
I'm gonna start my own third-party company, and first I'm gonna have a Golden Girls line. It's gonna be the Dinobots, each one named after a character, including Harry, the guy from Empty Nest.
Yeah, neighbor.
Because that spins into the next set.
Oh, okay. I get you. I see where you go.
See where I'm going with it. And the box art, I'm gonna like I still don't know what a Hegemon is, but that's Megatron in the box.
It's
from
the word hegemony.
I don't know if that is either.
Okay.
I know. I'm fairly wordy, and I'm like, did you just speak English?
No, I don't think that's English actually. But
did you just speak in tongues?
I've only heard it used in an English context, but it was a Chinese context, but it was an English novel. It was like if I remember correctly, it was like a ruling class or it's kind of like a dictatorship, something like that.
I guess it makes sense.
Out?
I can Google it.
Well,
leadership or dominance, especially by one country or social group over others.
Oh,
very.
What shouldn't they just call them bad guy leader, and we'd be like, that's him.
But what the context for me, it was Chinese because it was talking about the hegemony during one of the dynasties. So, but apparently it is an English word.
Oh, you learn something new every day.
You're so well read, Brian.
You do.
Who needs the electric company when you've got radio-free Cybertron?
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were just using Digimon names.
I kind of still need that Morgan Freeman Spider-Man, though.
I don't think there's actually a Digimon called Hegemon.
I doubt that would be awesome.
I don't know.
I'm just imagining.
It's a giant pair of,
what am I saying?
It's a giant pair of garden shears with just a pair of eyes on the X running around.
No, I'm thinking it'd be more like a hedgehog. It'd be Sonic the Digimon.
So you say Hegemon, I think blah blah Digimon.
I was honestly
that domain
like,
is available. We could.
I was also like,
Edgemon.
Don't talk to me about that. It's not my problem.
I'll edit it if you want to host it.
No.
And now we have something to look forward to with them having a Digimon. Oh, I can't call it 03 or the guys that with.
It's a G2 Digimon, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Is it a reboot?
No, it's actually a sequel.
Okay.
To
You're making XP's head hurt.
Yeah, it's a sequel to 01 and 02.
It's Digimon 02.5.
I'm trying to lure like Chris McFeely onto this.
Well, yeah, that would be the ideal thing. But still,
my knowledge of Digimon is it was that cartoon that came on after Beast Wars reruns on Fox that I watched 5 minutes of before going to work at Office Max.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy, class is over. Beast Wars, gotta go to work. And then like next thing I know, it started getting vaguely serious, and I was like, this Pokemon thing is weird. Yeah. It's like Beast Wars sure was good. Why don't they just show 2 episodes of that?
Yeah.
But yeah, third-party Golden Girls.
And what about? So are you ever going to go into like nurses or Night Court territory?
Man,
or are you like expanding past like just NBC?
Dude,
that'd be great.
Nurses.
I'm thinking syndicated sitcoms.
Oh, I'd say with the Night Court, you could even have the bailiff chase figures, all the different ones.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about Night Court, and you really should, you've got an expanding toy line there. Because apparently the only constant in Night Court was Dan, Harry, and Bull. And, the rest of the cast changed pretty often.
No, I don't know if it was that often, but the cast did change. The bailiff
but I mean,
changed.
outside those
bailiff.
roles,
You had Roz, you had Bull.
The love interest.
Yeah, outside of those 3 roles, there
yeah.
was at least 2 people in each of those parts.
Yeah, so it's a season of Beast Wars. I mean, it's 3 seasons of that.
Plus, you have to have the John Aston chase figure.
Oh, and all of Dan's conquests could be. Oh, he's a combiner.
Okay.
But yeah, no, you could totally break into the syndicated stuff. You have, Small Wonder, Mr. Belvedere.
Small Wonder is actually, and the Harry and the Henderson series.
Oh yeah,
She's the sheriff.
Thank you. I mean, and let me explain my box art, okay? Once again, there's no fool. Since you already know what you're buying, the news sites are calling it not / and it's on clearance already, but they're calling it not this, not that. So it really doesn't matter what I put on the box. So it's going to be like slow motion punch to the ground or some other thing as the name of this toy robot. And the box art is what I came up with today.
Process here.
And everything is going to be a picture of something busting through a wall. Because if high school taught me anything, is every animal looks better busting through a wall.
That's true.
Because every high school you've ever gone to, it's like, it's a cat, but it's busting through a wall. And, so it's like, okay, what is that? It's a squirrel.
But it's
busting through a wall. And they're like, what's in there? Oh, Grimlock.
Nice. So let's go ahead and take a break. And after we return, we will have a live Q&A with Rob Springer. How's that sound, guys?
Look at
That sounds
top
beautiful.
this.
All right.
Awesome. So we are back. So I forgot the biggest news item of the week. Melvar reminded me. You remember how we mentioned that Harmony Gold was going to Kickstarter to do their new Robotech series? Well, because it only had a couple days left and no money, they canceled it.
Oh.
Bummer.
I was really looking forward to what was it again?
Laughing at their failure.
Oh no, we're doing it anyway.
You mean another exciting Robotech reboot?
That just means they're going to have to go back to suing, other companies.
Funding.
No. You say that like they can't do both at once.
That's true.
Wow.
Well, aren't they a real estate company?
Yeah.
I am not buying a house from Harmony Gold.
I didn't realize they were a real estate company.
They're either a
Yes.
real estate company or they like have heavy real estate holdings.
They kind of get some
they
money
have to be
somehow.
Business
They have to be making their money from something because they're not making anything off Robotech. So
or
Well, it's
lost it.
like, hey, we own a 30-year-old cartoon that no one's cared about in 30 years.
Hey, do you think
But
we could
whose
buy?
fault is?
Do you
Whose
think
fault
we?
is?
Do you think we could buy a 30-year-old cartoon?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's do
what,
it.
Yeah.
okay,
people
so
buy
what-
Robotech at this point.
Let's probably
Dino
Denver the
Riders
Last
might be
Dinosaur.
up too, so.
what's
No,
out
dude,
there that we
Denver.
could buy?
Jason
that,
World Warriors?
Bionic 6.
Ooh, okay.
What about Mask? Hasbro
Super
might
Ted.
give that
Mask.
to us.
Super Ted.
Oh, Super Ted.
Ah,
Did you ever
Thinking
watch
of
that?
the-
Did you ever watch that?
I did, but for some, it's another one of those blurs. Like,
That was a UK show. That wasn't.
why am I remembering it then? God, my brain's weird. What's the show with the little boy who was a space hero? Like he was an infant, and like it was a deep cartoon, and he like would.
The Little Prince
Like-
from Outer Space?
No, it wasn't Little Prince. It was like this infant, and like his mom would put him to bed, and it was like, is she gone? And like he had this robot helper, and he would go to outer space and get in adventures.
Oh yeah.
It came in late '80s. What was
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm thinking Super Ted for some reason.
Yeah.
So I just broke my broke a G.I. Joe figure during this show.
Which one?
It's the 50th anniversary set. The
Of course!
Those weird shows are so horrible.
Set that everyone
So-
wants. Brian's breaking the
The,
figure.
So Gilby, we can't see your Skype video on this end. Did you actually do that in view on the stream?
so you can't really tell, but the peg from the oxygen tank broke off in his back.
Is it made of that rubbery plastic?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh God! I bought the paratrooper Viper guy. I was so excited to get him because I was like, "Oh, this is rad!" And it's like, put the gun in his hand. The hand bent.
Yeah.
What's going on?
No, so none of the rest of these are being opened.
And it's like, I'm so happy with my Creo GI Joes.
Oh, they're great.
So-
I got
yeah.
So with them being on clearance, I did get the set that had Cobra Commander, Roadblock, and Duke in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I need to get
$20.
more. I need to get
$20.
more.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to Q&A. So,
Okay.
first question. What's the first question?
A first question before my brain blanks out on me. Yet I remember, trivial things. Our good friend Scott Mort, or otherwise known as Blunghole, the tapeworm of Unicron, from Good Morning. Yeah, he's named after Unicron's buttworms.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that name. He asked on Good Morning Cybertron, because I was harassing him accidentally. Rob, what do you think of? I forget the name. It's the new Legends class Ultra Magnus figure. I'll let you guys answer because I haven't looked at it.
I don't have it.
It's
No,
like
it's
the
not
third
out
party.
yet. It's just a prototype.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Beast Hunters figure.
No. It's a third party. One of the companies is doing Legends style figures.
Iron Factory, I think, is
Think
the
so.
one doing this one.
They-
They were doing upgrade stuff for Generations Metroplex.
I haven't seen the pictures of the Ultra Magnus, but I'm not going to lie. I usually don't really look at much of the third party stuff because money can only be spent so much, so I just kind of buy what I want. Well, I mean, like buy that stuff and just like not worry about a lot of stuff. because I have a lot already. And but those third-party legends, I'm like, okay, you're talking to me now. You know, it's like that's I've liked them since 05. And you know, when they made them commanders, and now the naming system's stupid. Because it's like, okay, now they're legends, now they're legions, but they're legends at Dollar General. But here's these. These are commanders. Okay, these are commanders. Now they're legends, but also these tape guys are legends, and I don't know what's going on. Someone shoot me.
Yeah.
But I like the size
wobbly,
class.
timey-wimey.
Not even that much. It's more like they say that, but then next thing you know, Jason Voorhees is chasing you.
She really loves me.
Turning it back around to Transformers, Sue Blues, and Friday 13 Part 7. She gets killed with a weed whacker. I'm not joking. It's in there.
I watched that one once, but I've watched 6 like 50 times.
And Benny from Weekend at Benny's. I'm saying that, Bernie, thank you. He's the one that holds her in front of Jason to save himself. This is
Obviously,
a star-studded movie.
So well.
This is a star-studded movie that was intended to be Freddy versus Jason in the 80s, and it didn't work out, so they wrote, well, what if Freddy was a psychic teenage girl?
Really?
That's literally why that movie happened. It was supposed to be she was going to somehow bring Freddy into the scene.
Oh, that explains so much.
Because you watch it and you're like, okay, she's upset, and Jason pops out of the leg. It's like somehow that was going to bring Freddy into the real world.
Okay.
Yeah. Transformers.
So what's the next
Okay,
question?
so
Rob?
whoever Q&A'd what was up with Friday the 13th Part 7, now you know.
Triptychon X.
Yeah. That
So Scott, my opinion is, I don't know, but I kind of dig it.
I put pictures of it in the Skype chat for you, Rob.
Thank you. I'll look at them probably after the show, but I like that size class so much. I'm like, these ones are actually kind of doing it for me, so I might bite the bullet and buy these.
Well, if you like those, Rob, the same people are doing
Scourge.
Slammer and Six Gun at Legend scale.
What's their name? 6-speed lawnmower?
I don't think they've
Stamp,
actually. I don't think they've actually marketed these with original names yet.
Okay, well,
they're just floating the pictures around.
I dig them. They're kind of like G.I. Joe Transformers. I just like that size figures, I think.
Mm-hmm.
For people in the audio, I just held up fingers.
Yes.
Our next question comes from Trans Fanatics, the Facebook page. Is everyone a member that's on Facebook?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. That's 2 of us. Dawn.
I am.
Diecast. Yeah. Unity. Don just lied. He went, I'm in the club. I do the hokey pokey. Trans Fanatic says, hey, Rob. For now on, ask hey, RFC. Until I screw up and get showed back on nights. Hey, Rob. What are the chances of seeing reissues of the 2000 Robots in the Sky series when the new one starts next year?
None.
First off, we got to jump to 2001 for Robots in the Skies. You're thinking car robots.
No, I think you're thinking
Semantics.
Transformers 2000. Remember the proper name.
Oh, yes,
He's joking, people. Before people on YouTube start saying that's not correct. He's joking.
These are old fandom references.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are people who still think that. That was Transformers 2000. Or
We
that
can't
was,
help it. It was plastered
or
on
that was
everything.
G3. Like, what are you
There's
talking
still-
about?
It's
There's
just
still
like the
people
Beast-
who
Go ahead.
there's still people who insist that Energon Starscream is a remold of G2 Smokescreen. So
There's people who think Ravage X9's name is Ravage X9 when it's just his numbering on the box. I just said Ravage X9 because I do it too. You can't help it when it's
That
right
specifies
there.
which Ravage it is.
Yeah, but you
Metal's
see,
Ravage.
Ravage X9. Ravage X9.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Convoy D20. Well, he'd be C20. Whatever.
He'd be- yeah. you see.
Actually, Don, you'd really like this question, don't you?
What's the question?
Well,
Yeah.
they should change it to Transformers 2000 since we now have,
No,
RAD.
no, it wasn't 2000. That was a bad name.
They should call it TF
And
Rid.
it's robot. It's
Robots in Disguise came out in September of 2001.
Yes,
Well, we'll
'cause
call
I
it
know that-
RID number 1.
We'll call it
We'll
Robots in
call it
Disguise
au-
2001.
We'll call it awesome. That's
Robots
what
in
we'll call
Disguise
it.
throwback.
No, we're gonna call 2001 Robots in Disguise, and we're gonna call the new one Robots in Disguise 2015.
That works.
I'm just going to say the Transformers, and that's what I call every Transformer show. I'm turning on Transformers and watching this. Why are
Yeah.
you calling it Transformers? Because I'm just watching Star Trek. I'm just watching Star Wars. I'm just watching, long-running series. New, yeah. If this was Golden Girl, actually, I'd watch that. If this was like
Law and Order, we have New York, L.A.
Exactly. What are you
Florida.
watching? You're watching Law and Order. Who
Yeah.
are you kidding? Who's that guy? It's David Caruso. This one's stupid this year.
That was CSI.
You get my point. You like CSI? I love CSI. David Caruso? No, CSI. G1. But the question is, what do you think the chances are of seeing reissues of the Robots in Skies car robots line next year?
Just as likely as getting reissues from any other Transformer series.
Yeah.
Actually, probably slim to none because those Car Robot Brothers molds are gone.
And they're garbage.
Is this asking about specifically the toys or the cartoon?
I would assume the toys,
I
like issues to tie in. Yeah.
Well, weren't we getting the reissue of that Prime? Did they cancel that?
It was canceled.
It was
Yeah,
canceled.
that was canceled. That was gonna be
canceled.
that was another Asian exclusive.
It was canceled because someone realized it was a terrible idea.
Well, and they had
And they were
priced over
charging
$100.
$150 for it.
For a $25 toy.
Yeah.
I am putting my foot down. The RID Optimus Prime bashing has got to stop.
Well,
There's
it
got
doesn't need to
to
be.
be-
It's so easy.
angry.
It's a good toy.
I've got angriness that needs to be addressed.
Angriness. Okay.
what now, that Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime Fire Combo is good.
Okay, so all right, let's run this down a little bit. The landfill team members could probably still be viable. The trains would be if they would fit into a price point, but they don't.
Yeah.
The-
They just shove it in the
Do they
freezer.
together if you put them in one package?
You might be able to do them
Leader-
as like a
leader.
leader or maybe a little bit bigger as a platinum thing.
Fair
Not that
play
anybody would
with
buy a
them.
platinum JRX, but
Fair play
Don,
with
please.
inflation. A 2000 Mega pretty much is a 2014 Voyager.
a movie one for sure. The Generations
Yeah.
Voyagers are actually still bigger.
What about
Yeah.
Gigatron?
Gigatron would make a
Good
Voyager.
Lord. Maybe more because that's all the parts.
Yeah,
Complicated
you're right.
toys.
You're
Yeah.
right.
That's a lot of
Um,
engineering's done, but hey,
Yeah, Ultra Magnus.
no, Don, no.
they should make that a
No.
2-pack.
So
Just because.
I exaggerate on my hate a little bit for Prime, but Ultra Magnus is terrible.
It is. Nobody likes that toy legitimately.
I like it.
No,
True
Don, you don't.
Yeah,
Yes,
you like
I do.
everything.
story. I remember on message board when Armada Bendy Prime came out, and this guy who hated Armada so much was like, "Red Ultra Magnus has more articulation than that." It's like,
His
does he have
legs-
ankles?
Was that
his legs go
Phaser?
like-
It's like, does more than his arms move? No,
His legs split, don't they?
unless falling off at the
Yeah.
waist and hitting the ground is articulation.
He's a terrible toy. But he's
It-
supposed to be. He's not supposed to be a good toy on his own.
So,
Red Ultra Magnus has an awesome play feature. It's called Stupid.
He's effectively God Bomber.
he is.
His superpower is flying like a moron and dying.
Yeah. God Bomber is not supposed to be a good toy on his own.
No.
Well, that happens with combiners. You either get a good combined mode or a good toy, but never both. And
Although
that's a
Wing Saber, pretty good.
oh, true.
Well, and again, Rail Racer kind of trumps that too, because 2 out of 3 of
Yeah.
those are good toys on their own.
I'm not thinking like combiner.
Well,
like
you
just
said combiner, and combiner
I'm,
means.
I'm thinking of toys that just go together.
Well, I mean, like Power Armor toys are always going to kind of suck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's an exception.
I
to
like
the rule.
Wing Saber.
It's not
Cybertron Wing Saber is the exception.
Cybertron Wing Saber. I was about to say Energon Wing Saber, but I was like, no, I just like that toy. Doesn't
I
mean
like
it's a
the I like both the toys.
yeah.
Cybertron Wing Saber looks really cool,
Yeah.
but you know,
Well, the thing is, it's really hard to separate yourself from really liking something and going, look, I just like it. I know
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah,
best."
exactly.
yeah.
Guys, my favorite is still Power Master Optimus Prime. People have gotten angry at me because they don't have a life, and it's like, why do you like this so much? Because I do. Jog.
It's like, I love doing Metroplex. Is it the best toy
Yeah.
ever? No, but I love
No, I got like 2 of them.
it. Yeah.
It's like, is it a good toy? No. It's just cool looking. I like the look. Like
It's something that speaks intrinsically to you.
There you go,
I-
Don.
why I'm happy to get the TFCC Lio Convoy because I really like Lio Convoy, and people say, it's like, yeah, I know, it's a weird, I just like it thing. It does something for me in some ways that was probably keep me from
murdering somebody.
It's like, what happened? They didn't put him out this year. That's what happened. Or, well, Massey scratched me one more time. I'm gonna kill you, Rob.
Yeah.
He's just gonna disappear, and you're just gonna see him behind me. What's now, sucker? And I'm gonna be gone, and I'm gonna be in his video.
Ooh, that would be so creepy and weird.
No. We're just gonna be like imagine we're at a studio doing this. Studio with like a duffel bag behind it on the bed, and like we're driving, like, yeah, that was fun, and Don just appears. Impossible, and like, and you crash into a tree.
Okay,
I don't get what you're
I'm going to kill you.
Okay, Rob,
What just happened?
Okay, Rob, you don't need the Red Bulls and Stackers on day shift.
Yes, I do, Don. Don, once you've seen the hummingbird, you will always want to see the hummingbird. Have you dealt with the dragon? I can see sound.
Okay, all right. Hey,
Okay.
just stick to the 100 cups of coffee.
So going back
I'm not
to the
even
original,
imitating Don. I'm just making some weird character up. Like Don's this really nice guy, and he's like going home like, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm not like that at all.
so going back to the original question, the car brothers are gone. They're dead. The spy changers have been worn out.
Oh, it's sad.
But
That Ruination
any-
mode is still holding strong.
Well,
Yeah.
because they keep putting that back together.
Well, the thing is, the money it costs to refurbish these molds is not a little small amount of money.
Yeah, it's not
So what are you going to
insignificant.
put the money into? The sure things, Optimus, Megatron.
Mhm.
Are you going to, hey, who's Sideburn? Some guy.
Wait, are you saying that Gigatron and Convoy are sure things?
If anything, probably, because once again, what did they always start every line off with? The sure things.
But I mean,
So
we're not
there
sa-
is-
we're not implying though that
No,
new
it was
Robots
just
in the Sky
theorized.
series, yeah, we're not implying though that the new Robots in the Sky series is going to be based on the Transformers Prime figures.
Well,
On the 2001 Robots in the Skies figures, we're just saying what figures could show up.
theoretically, how much attention has been paid to Red officially since it came on, it's almost complete fool's gold to believe it would happen. Because they've got
It was a filler series.
Yeah.
they're like, you can open up a history book, Transformers Goes, and it's like Beast Machines, Armada.
If it had been, if that gap had happened a year earlier, it would have been Beast Wars Neo instead of car robots.
Now I'm wishing what could have been.
Well, and let's think back to Toy Fair in 2001, where literally the Hasbro showroom was filled with toys purchased at Image Anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I forgot about that.
Because that is how late in the process this was put together.
Yeah.
I
They did
remember.
not even have their own toys to show off. They had to buy retail car robot stuff.
If they had gone the Neo route, do you think they could have somehow, storyline wise or in dubbing, had basically used Beast Wars 2 and merged it with Neo? I know they kind of look the same. They could have probably done some sort of jiggering and made it work.
They probably could have Robotech that
Yes,
and
exactly.
made it out there were two crews on one planet.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if they really wanted to throw some creativity behind a dubbing and rewriting process,
But
they could have done
and
that.
they did actually. And that's how we got Robots in the Skies, and the series was pretty good.
I enjoyed the series. Yeah.
I'm still holding out a slight hope we might see down the road if they need to do more Autobot cars. I know they still have a lot of Generation 1 cars left to do, but I would like to see Prowl, Sideburn, and X-Brawn in a
Generations?
masterpiece.
No, I don't. I
You know-
never see that happening, but I could see that happening in Generations.
No, because see, they want people to buy the Masterpiece toys, Don.
I'm saying with a little more room in a masterpiece format, some of the problems some people have. I have no problem with, other than Sideburn is a little bit fiddly to transform.
Those
Fine.
those lines are not there to make right the wrongs from the past. Those lines are there to sell. And,
Yeah, you need Sam Beckett to make right what once went wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, then we're getting masterpiece Tank Galvatron then. to put
I
right
totally
in
thought
there.
you said Masterpiece Taint Galvatron.
He didn't say that?
That's what I thought.
Like,
You might as well
what
just
is
make
going on?
You might as well just make Energon Ironhide a masterpiece toy.
Yes.
Well, it kind of already is.
So I don't want to get too controversial here, but it is almost a disservice that we're focusing now. It's gotten better, but we're focusing so much on G1 regenerations when there is other stuff to cover, like car robots, like Unicron trilogy.
On the other hand,
I know.
Yes.
Well, no, that also
Put it
does-
away. Put it away.
I almost say Skybite transcends car robots because
he does now because he's been in IDW and like Club Fiction outside of Robots in Disguise
Well,
continuity.
Yeah.
I think I might withdraw a little bit of the statement because you got Skybite. They did the Bruticus in Universe 08. We got the Titaniums. It might actually just be safe to say anything is possible because it's a new team.
So Generations has gotten a lot better. Of course, we got.
Oh,
Tailcore.
actually, there's another thing too because the Age of Extinction roll bar, the one-step changer, the robot mode is totally X-Brawn.
I haven't noticed.
Oh, really?
Go find a picture of that thing's robot mode. It's X-Brawn.
Which
it's
toy?
the wrong colors. The roll bar one-step changer.
Oh, I ain't got that one yet.
I don't think it's out yet, but we
I was
have
just like, I got them over there.
No, but I mean,
love
there's
those.
the press kit photos from after
Right.
the BotCon panel was when we first saw that. It's totally all the details are there. It's even got like missiles on the fists to look like how
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I mean it's there. It's
He-
just a different
He
name.
needs the shield arm thing.
Yeah, but I
yeah,
mean,
but yeah, you're right. Even as like his asymmetrical chest.
uh-huh.
There you go, Don.
So Don, there's hope.
Maybe we'll get a super version here.
A super
May-
what?
This like the super
The rally car
yeah, the
version.
rally car paint job.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Like the super Wild Rider. He was Wild Rider, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
X-Pro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was just Wild Ride.
Oh.
Wild
What?
Rider is the stunt con.
He sure was.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, actually, when I did the Google image search, X-Brawn came up with roll bar. Very nice.
But
Huh.
Ooh,
the
so I can
same-
compare.
at the same time, it could just be power core combiners, Smolder as Optimus, and all the car guys as his joint things. And then there's the Headmaster RC with Kicker as her head.
I would like more power core combiners.
Me too. I'm just like,
Rob,
see,
never, ever, ever,
Kicker's the head.
ever say that again, please.
He's like, RC, best friend Kicker, come here. I'll form the head. And you'll Kicker, then hop on.
And then they just squat like Mika walks by and she accidentally steps on her.
That would be Hasbro's ultimate troll to Don, is to bring out an RC with a Kicker headmaster.
Because they already have Kicker from doing it in Energon, but they can't really secure a trademark for Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's a common
And
name.
the bumper sticker would be
So-
Mika's
so-
face with the international no symbol across it.
So they'll just make Daniel be Kicker Witwicky.
Well, they made
That
a
would be
Kicker
great.
Creon, but they didn't make like a Sam or Spike Creon. It's just friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, they're more interested in the Kicker name than these other characters.
What else? Anything else, guys?
Moving on.
I
Well,
really hope you
Spike
get
might
your
kinda
figure, Don. I just don't want to be anywhere close when you get it.
So anything cool on Transformersdom, the tfradio.net/blog site, Rob?
I should update. I put something up there.
I tried. So I'm only getting out like a post per week. I'm trying to be a little more wordy.
Well, it's not just that. It's like I was putting them out practically once a day, maybe one every other day, and then my shifts change, and now I got to quit telling my body it's sleepy time at lunch.
Yeah.
So you give me a good week to adjust to maybe 2, because it's been 3 years of working overnight. I'll get back onto the horse eventually.
Well, for the most part,
That's a horrible analogy for a blog.
You never quite completely recover from long-term night shift.
Boy, tell me, because have you ever watched Bringing Out the Dead?
No.
With that Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Perfect analogy.
Okay. That's
I see
good.
Rob in
Ghost
the sun
everywhere.
like, ah.
Yeah, well, if he's not careful when he goes out in the sun, he got to cover up the head because
Dude,
he's had the sunburn thing
hurts.
before.
Yep.
Dude, it hurts. When I went to see the Lego movie, I went to a morning show just to save a few bucks. Walked out of the theater, and my eyes like it's bright. Held the girlfriend. Lead me.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You can find us on Twitter at TF Radio and on Facebook at facebook.com/TF Radio.
I'm back.
I am personally on Twitter at BKilby and at Facebook. You can friend me at Facebook.com/Brian Kilby, BrianKilby.